Well, greetings once again, and good to be with you. Give me a second here. I forgot to close that window. There, that gets a little bit better light in here, and a little bit better light on the screen as well. And so, good to be with you this morning. Hope today I find you well, and look forward to what God has for us in the Scriptures. It is December 14th. We are we are 11 days from Christmas, full days. But if you are looking forward to that, to maybe in a little bit different way, it's actually 10 days. And I don't know when you're watching this, but 10 days, however many hours left in the day and minutes left in the day until Christmas Day. So it's coming quick, and hopefully you're getting ready for it. My wife spent some time wrapping some presents last night, and she was rather harsh. She kicked me out, and I had to go to the other room and all that good stuff. So she wouldn't let me see anything, and so I'm just a little bitter about that, a little hurt, but maybe I'll get over it. I don't know. We'll see. So, but good to be on with you all today. Let's look and see what God has for us. Proverbs chapter 7 is where we're at, and we're right in the middle of this proverb here. And we've been talking about a father's warning to his son, and a father stating to his son, "Hey, you need to listen to my instruction, heed the guideline, listen to the guidelines, obey the guidelines and the rules that have been set forth." And then he warns about the strange woman, and then he tells a story about a young man who was in the streets just wandering around, and the strange woman was there, and she's tempted him. She's been loud. She's loud, obnoxious, and very provocative, and she kisses him, and so on. And then we kind of left it off there. Let's look. And let me just say this: she made him feel special as we look at verse number 15 as well. I want to get into 16. She now continues her speech and really lays on the temptation really thick here. And the Bible tells us here, verse number 16, that this strange woman, this harlot, she says, "I've decked my bed with coverings of tapestry, with carved works, with fine linen of Egypt. I have perfumed my bed with myrrh, aloes, and cinnamon. Come, let us take our fill of love until the morning. Let us solace ourselves with loves." And so we see this picture that she paints, making this temptation look oh so very good. Oh, she's prepared everything just for him, and she's prepared her bed just for him, and the bedroom just for him. And tries to make him feel special. And man, you need this. You need what I'm offering to you. And that's what temptation does. And I know we're looking at sexual temptation there and how we need it, how we've got to have it. But man, temptation in general is that way. And the temptation looks good, smells good, feels good, and we need it. Is the way that the temptation is always presented to us. Now, look with me, verse number 19. She says, she gives now the good reason for it. She says, "For the good man is not at home. He has gone on a long journey. He hath taken a bag of money with him and will come home at the day appointed." You know what she says? She says, no one's ever going to know. No one's ever going to find out. She's saying the good man, maybe her husband, maybe not, but the man that she is with, and probably her husband. She says she tells this young man, he's gone. He's got a bag of money with him. He's gone on a business trip. He's going to be gone a long time. Listen, this time can just be ours. No one will find out. No one will know. And that's the way that the devil gets into our hearts and into our lives. He gets in. He says, you know what? No one's ever going to find out. No one's ever going to know. And I'm telling you, in my life, when I fall into temptation, when I've fallen into sin, many times it's because of that mindset that, hey, no one's ever going to find out. And that's when I fall, because I believe that lie that no one's ever going to find out. Let me share something with you. There's somebody that always knows, and that's our Heavenly Father. God always knows. And the temptation is, hey, no one will know. No one will find out. It'll be okay. It'll just be between you and me. That's not true. We see verse number 21 that the young man buys into it. With her much fair speech, she caused him to yield. Man, she painted this beautiful picture. Hey, no one's going to find out. I've prepared everything. Man, you're so special to me. With her much fair speech, she caused him to yield. With the flattering of her lips, she forced him. He goeth after her straightway, as an ox goeth to the slaughter, or as a fool to the correction of the stocks, till a dart strike through his liver, as a bird hasteth to the snare, and knoweth not that it is for his life. And we see this temptation. It is there. The trap has been made. He has swallowed the hook, and he swallowed it hook, line, and sinker. He's gone in as an ox to the slaughter, as a fool to the correction of the stocks, as a bird to the snare, and so on. He's bought in. I want you to notice the end. He's bought into this temptation. Look, verse 24. The Father once again speaks to the Son now. The Father has presented this picture to his Son. He says, hearken unto me now, therefore, O ye children. Yet now he's saying, all right, listen up. I've shared with you the story. I've shared with you what you should do. I've given you guidelines, commandments. I've taught you. I've instructed you. Hey, listen up now. Hearken unto me now, therefore, O ye children, and attend to the words of my mouth. Hey, once again, he's saying, hey, listen. Let not thine heart decline to her ways. Go not astray in her path. For she hath cast down many wounded. Yea, many strong men have been slain by her. He says, you know what? Hey, thanks for listening. Now you got to go do it. Don't fall for the temptation. Don't get tricked into believing the lies of the harlot, the strange woman. It's not all that. It's not that great. And he says, you know, many people have gone down that path and they've ruined their lives. Don't let it be you. In that last verse, he says, her house is the way to hell, going down to the chambers of death. This temptation of the strange woman, of the harlot, leads to destruction, leads to lives being ruined, and ultimately leads to death. And I want to encourage you. Now, we've kind of broadened it a little bit as we've looked at temptation as a whole. We've looked at this temptation of sexual immorality and that of adultery. And we need to guard our minds and guard our eyes and be careful where we go and so on. But in regards to temptation, sin ultimately leads to destruction. And temptation is the avenue in which sin is really manifest, and how we're tricked into it sometimes because we follow that temptation. We believe the lie that, man, I've got to have it. Man, no one will find out. Oh, but it looks so good. Don't believe those lies. Hey, avoid temptation at all costs. Don't be like the young man described in this passage here, who is just kind of wandering around. Kind of maybe he's in the wrong place, the wrong time of day. You know, he's there in the middle of the night, and really he's just asking for trouble. And so avoid temptation at all costs. And let's be very, very leery of the temptation. We must be on our guard. Okay, I'm going to leave you those thoughts for the day. And let me give a few shout outs to to those of you who are watching live. And once again, thank you so much. We've got several on YouTube and many on Facebook here. And thank you so much for being on live. And it's been great to be on with you this morning. Let me give these shout outs really quick. Good morning, Paula. Thank you for being on. Have a wonderful day. And Ingrid, good morning to you, my love. And thank you so much for that comment. And love you too. And have a wonderful day. Cliff and Karen, good morning. Hope you are well. David Preston, thank you for being on. Brian and Cindy, have a wonderful day. Phil and Carol, hope you are well. Have a great day. Jean, thank you so much for watching. And Lee and Angie Barnett's good to have you on. Jerry, good morning to you. I trust that you all have a wonderful day. Beware of temptation. Let's live today for the glory of God, and let's do all that we can to reach those that we come in contact with today with the good news of the gospel of Jesus Christ. We've got just over 10 days until Christmas Day, a wonderful time of year, a wonderful time to be that testimony and witness that we ought to be. All right, Lord bless you all. Have a great, great day.